In this video, I'm breaking down what makes a standout Deloitte resume so you can land that interview. Let's dive in. Deloitte recruiters receive thousands of applications every recruiting season. Think about that for a second. Thousands. If you want your resume to stand out in that massive pile, it's not enough to be good. You need to be exceptional. Your resume has to prove you can thrive in Deloitte's fast-paced, client-focused environment. So what are they looking for? They want candidates with consulting or related industry experience, a strong academic record, strong analytical and problem-solving skills, leadership qualities, teamwork abilities, and most importantly, quantifiable results that show you make an impact. And here's the good news. Even if you didn't have direct consulting experience, you can absolutely leverage skills from internships, school projects, and other experiences to show you've got what it takes. Now, let's talk about presentation. Your resume should be clean, polished, and professional. One page, easy to read, and free of distractions like fancy graphics or images. Use classic fonts like Times New Roman, Calibri, or Arial, and keep the focus on your content. You want the recruiters to take one quick look and instantly think this person gets it. As a former consulting recruiter, I know exactly what stands out and what gets passed over. I'll walk you through the key tips so your resume has the best shot at making it to the top of the pile. All right, let's dive into the must-have sections for your Deloitte consulting resume. Here's a real-life example of a successful Deloitte resume from one of our alumni at my consulting offer. Of course, we changed the specific details and made them generic to protect their identity. There are 5 key parts you absolutely need to include. First things first, at the very top, you've got to include your personal information. Make it easy for the recruiters to reach out to you. That means your full name, the city and state you live in, your phone number, email address, and super important, a clickable link to your LinkedIn profile. Keep it simple and accessible. Next up, let's talk about the education section. This section should include your universities, their locations, dates, and the degrees you've earned, all in reverse chronological order. It's a good idea to include your test scores, GPA, and any notable awards or scholarships and relevant coursework. Even if your GPA and test scores aren't top tier, you'll still need to include them when you apply. Leaving them out could raise some eyebrows. Now, when it comes to deciding where to place your education section on your resume, here's the strategy I want to share with you. If you're an experienced hire, lead with your professional experience. If you're at a target school and involved in on-campus recruiting, consider placing your professional experience first as well. Since everyone from your school will likely start with the same education info, this can help your resume stand out. If you're at a non-target school, place your education section at the top to emphasize your academic background. Let's get into the professional experience section. This is where you really have the chance to shine. On your Deloitte resume, you'll want to list your relevant professional experiences in reverse chronological order, meaning your most recent experiences should come first. If you're still working on your degree, don't forget to include internships, especially if they've given you skills or insights that apply to consulting. Experience, even if it's an internship, counts big in this field. Trust me. Now, under each job or internship, aim for 3 to 4 bullet points that highlight your impact. Not just what you did, but the measurable results you achieved. Deloitte loves seeing numbers that show your success. This is where the XYZ format comes in. Here's an example to help. Led a team of 5 to streamline billing process. That's the X. Reducing processing time by 30%. That's the Y, which saved the company over $100,000 annually. That's the Z. This structure is powerful because it tells the recruiter exactly what you did, how well you did it, and the real-world impact it had. It's not just about tasks. It's about showing how you made a difference. If you can't quantify your achievements, don't worry. Just skip that experience for now. You want your resume to reflect your ability to drive tangible results. Deloitte thrives on measurable success, so make sure that that's what you're showcasing. Let's jump into leadership and extracurricular activities. This section is all about showcasing who you are outside of work or school and highlighting the ways that you've taken initiative and made a difference. Think about the clubs, organizations, volunteer projects, or causes you've been part of, especially those where you've taken on leadership roles. It's about showcasing you can lead, influence, and create change, whether it's being the president of a student organization, organizing a major event, or leading a community service project. These experiences can really help you stand out. But don't just tell them that you were involved. Show the impact that you made. If you got the measurable results to back it up, this is your moment. Use that XYZ format again to make it crystal clear. For example, led a team of 10 to develop a mentorship program. That's the X, resulting in 50 students receiving guidance and internships. That's the Y, across 3 local industries. That's the Z. That's the kind of achievement that makes recruiters sit up and take notice. One thing to keep in mind, if the leadership experience is is from over 5 years ago and it's not directly relevant to the role you're applying for, it's okay to leave it out. Focus on more recent and impactful experiences that show growth and leadership in ways that resonate with the job. Now, let's wrap up with skills and interests. This is where you get to show what makes you a well-rounded candidate. Think of it as a cherry on top of your resume. Here's where you can showcase the technical skills, certifications, or languages that set you apart. Maybe you've got some proficiency in tools like Excel, Tableau, or Python. These are gold for a consulting resume. Or perhaps you've got a certification in project management, data analysis, or strategy. If you got something that's relevant to the consulting world, this is the place to flaunt it. But don't just stop there. This section is also a chance to highlight your personal interests. It's a small space, but it can speak volumes about you as a person. Do you love tackling complex puzzles, leading volunteer groups, or traveling to learn about different cultures? These might seem unrelated to consulting, but they can show you've got a well-rounded, curious mind and a willingness to learn and grow in all areas of life. Just remember, focus on interests that reflect qualities Deloitte values. Stay away from generic phrases like hardworking or team player. Those should already come through in your experience sections. Now, I can already hear you thinking, Bruce, is that really enough to make me stand out? If I just follow all these steps, will that be enough to grab a recruiter's attention? Well, I gotta be honest with you. Just following all the basics alone won't set you apart. But don't worry, I've got a special tip for you to really make your resume shine and stand out in a sea of applications. Here's the trick. You need to weave Deloitte's guiding principles into your resume. You might be wondering, what do those principles have to do with my resume? Well, let me explain. Deloitte's core values and principles are what shape their culture. Things like leadership, innovation, and making an impact. By subtly incorporating these principles into your resume, you're showing the recruiter that you not only understand what Deloitte stands for, but that you embody these values in your own work and actions. Think of it like this. Your resume is your chance to show that you're not just a fit for the role, but a fit for Deloitte's culture. So if you've led projects with a focus on innovation or collaborated on teams with an emphasis on leadership, mention it. If you've taken actions that align with their values, make sure they shine through. It's about showing that you get Deloitte and you can contribute to their goals in a meaningful way. When a recruiter sees that, they'll instantly know you're not just any applicant. You're someone who truly is aligned with their way of thinking. Let me break down each for you and see how you can highlight them in your resume. Lead the way. Deloitte's value. We are not only leading the profession, but also reinventing it for the future. We are also committed to creating opportunities and leading the way to a more sustainable world. Deloitte isn't looking for someone who just follows instructions. They want leaders. They want people who don't just do the work, but inspire others, push boundaries, and create new paths. If you've taken charge of a project, a team, or even an idea, now is the time to highlight it. Think about the moment when you were the one guiding others toward a common goal, especially when things got tough. Here's a resume example. Founded a student-led startup aimed at helping local businesses see increases in their online presence. By designing, coding, and marketing an app, I was able to raise enough funds to cover 50% of my college tuition while creating lasting partnerships with 10 local businesses. Here you're showing that you didn't just lead a project, you created something that has a lasting impact. That kind of leadership Deloitte is looking for. You're proving that you think beyond just completing tasks and you can create opportunities, just like they do. Serve with integrity, Deloitte's value. By acting ethically and with integrity, we have earned the trust of clients, regulators, and the public. Upholding that trust is our single most important responsibility. Integrity is at the heart of everything Deloitte does. They want people who can make tough decisions and do the right thing, even when it's not the easy thing to do. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you had to speak up or intervene to prevent something unethical from happening? Maybe you noticed an issue in a process and you took the initiative to make it right. Deloitte loves people who stand up for what's right and make sure the organization's reputation stays intact. Here's a resume example. Identified a potentially unethical vendor selection process in a healthcare client supply chain. By reporting the issue, I saved the company $50,000 in fines and preserved its reputation with regulators. You see, it isn't just about spotting the problem. It's about how you took responsibility, acted with integrity, and turned a potential risk into a major win. That kind of ethical decision-making, Deloitte values. Take care of each other, Deloitte's value. We look out for one another and prioritize respect, fairness, development, and well-being. Deloitte believes in fostering a culture of care and respect. This isn't just about doing your job. It's about looking out for the people around you, especially when they need him. Have you ever supported a colleague even when it meant stepping out of your comfort zone or making a sacrifice for the team. Deloitte is looking for individuals who recognize the importance of collaboration, care, and teamwork. Here's a resume example. Led my team through a critical project deadline while one of our key members was going through a personal crisis. By reassigning tasks and offering emotional support, we were able to deliver the project on time and keep the team morale high. This is about showing that not only did you focus on your own success, but that you made the effort to take care of others. Deloitte values leaders who prioritize both individual and team well-being. If you've helped a colleague manage to keep things running smoothly during challenging times, or simply ensure the team's success by supporting one another, don't hold back from showcasing that. Foster inclusion, Deloitte's value. We are at our best when we foster an inclusive culture that embraces diversity in all forms. We know this attracts top talent, enables innovation, and helps deliver well-rounded client solutions. Inclusion isn't just a buzzword at Deloitte. It's part of their DNA. They want individuals who actively work to make everyone feel valued, heard, and included. Whether it's advocating for diversity in the workplace or leading initiatives that promote inclusion, show how you've contributed to building an inclusive environment no matter the setting. Think about your experiences where you made sure that different perspectives were welcomed and celebrated. Here's a resume example. Led a diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiative at my university, creating workshops and mentorship programs that resulted in a 25% increase in student engagement and higher retention rates among underrepresented groups. This shows that you're not just talking about inclusion, you're driving change. Deloitte's looking for people who understand that innovation thrives on inclusive spaces, and you're demonstrating that you've created those spaces. Collaborate for measurable impact. Deloitte's value. We approach our work with a collaborative mindset, teaming across businesses, geographies, and skills to deliver tangible, measurable, attributable impact. Deloitte values collaboration. They don't just want people who work well with others. They want those who can produce tangible, measurable results. They're all about collaboration across different teams, regions, and skill sets to create real-world impact. Show them that you know how to work together to deliver meaningful, quantifiable outcomes. Here's a resume example. Worked with a cross-functional team from 3 different global locations to streamline supply chain processes for a real estate client, resulting in $3 million in cost savings. When were you collaborating with multiple teams across different time zones? It's not just about communication, it's about driving real results. Show Deloitte that you know how to bring together diverse perspectives and skills to solve complex problems and make a measurable difference. There you have it, everything you need to know about crafting the perfect Deloitte resume. Now I'm curious, are you thinking about applying to Deloitte or maybe another consulting firm? Comment the name of the firm below and I'll share some resources to help you land interviews at those firms. Let's get you one step closer to your dream consulting job. So for example, if you comment Deloitte, I'll send you some resources for landing an offer at Deloitte. And if you are 100% sure of pursuing a consulting career at Deloitte or another amazing firm, I would love to help you. Our team of former consulting recruiters and interviewers have created a free training where we share the secrets on how to get and pass your interviews and land your dream consulting job, regardless of your background. All you have to do is click on the link below and that's it. You'll be on your way to your dream consulting job. But you don't have to take my word for it. Hear it from Afra. Afra got an offer at Deloitte despite having no confidence at all if she had what it takes to become a consultant. I'll link to her videos somewhere beside me. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.